He was just a frustrated husband, annoyed at a $40 late fee from Blockbuster. But that tiny moment sparked a billion-dollar revolution and nearly cost him everything. This is the untold story of the crazy bet that built Netflix. It started with a simple mistake, returning a rented movie 6 weeks late. But what Reed Hastings did next changed how the world watches stories forever. And the craziest part? Everyone, his wife, his friends, even investors, thought he was making the biggest mistake of his life. It's 1997. Reed Hastings is standing in a Blockbuster store holding a receipt. He had just returned Apollo 13, and now he's staring at a $40 late fee. It wasn't the money. Reed had recently sold his software company for a cool $750,000. But something about that number, $40 for a movie, just ate at him. It felt unfair, like I was being punished for being human. That night, over a slice of pepperoni pizza, Reed vents to his friend and co-founder Mark Randolph. They start joking. What if people could just order movies online? No late fees, no driving, no guilt. Mark laughs at first, but Reed leans in. I'm serious, man. What if we mailed DVDs, just like Amazon ships books? It sounded ridiculous in the moment, the kind of wild idea you forget by morning. But they didn't forget. A few days later, they ran an experiment. They mailed a CD to Reed's house in a regular envelope. It arrived intact. That envelope was the seed of Netflix. At first, nobody cared. In 1998, they launched Netflix.com with just 925 titles. No streaming, no subscriptions, just DVD rentals. By mail. Customers didn't get it. Investors didn't believe it. And Blockbuster, they barely noticed. We'd go to pitch meetings and people would laugh at us, Mark recalled. They thought we were two tech nerds trying to take down Goliath with postage stamps. And honestly, they were kind of right. Within the first year, Netflix was losing $50,000 a month. Reed was pouring in his own cash just to stay alive. His wife started to worry. You already sold one company, why are you gambling it all again? But Reed couldn't let it go. Have you ever had an idea that haunted you? That wouldn't shut up no matter how broke or scared you felt? Let me know in the comments. I want to know I'm not alone. In 2000, desperate for survival, they made a bold move. They offered to sell Netflix to Blockbuster for $50 million. The meeting was awkward from the start. Blockbuster's execs wore suits. Reed and Mark showed up in polos. They pitched hard. Netflix would run the online division. Blockbuster could keep the stores. It was a perfect match. But Blockbuster's CEO laughed. Thanks, he said, but you guys are just a niche business. The meeting ended in 20 minutes. Reed was humiliated, but also fired up. He looked Mark dead in the eye and said, "We're gonna bury them." That was the turning point. They pivoted to a subscription model, at $20 a month, unlimited DVDs, no late fees. They redesigned the website, invested in algorithms, and made customer experience king. By 2005, Netflix had over 4 million subscribers. And Blockbuster? They launched their own online service. But it was too late. In 2007, Netflix did the unthinkable again. They launched streaming. Back then, streaming was glitchy, slow, and unreliable. Most homes didn't have good internet, but Reed knew if they didn't do it now, someone else would. He pushed his team hard. Sleepless nights, technical disasters, growing pains. But slowly, people adapted. Streaming went from novelty to normal. By 2010, Netflix was the #1 name in entertainment. And Blockbuster? They filed for bankruptcy the same year. If you were Blockbuster's CEO back then, would you have taken the Netflix deal or laughed it off too? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm curious. Netflix wasn't built overnight. It was built on frustration, fueled by risk, and held together by sheer belief. Reed Hastings didn't invent streaming, he didn't invent DVDs, but he saw a broken system and had the guts to challenge it. And he almost lost everything to make it real. The next time something frustrates you, remember, that tiny annoyance could be the spark that changes your life. If this story fired you up, give it a like and subscribe for more real finance stories of risk, hustle, and revolution. And tell me in the comments, what's one small annoying problem you've always wanted to solve? You never know. It might just be your Netflix moment.